This is part 2 of how to change a screen in your PRESARIO. I think it's a C304NR. But this could maybe apply to a lot of computers, a lot of laptops. As you can see on this screen, it is not working properly. It got wet. I was doing an outdoor DJ gig, and there was a storm. It was a bad scene. So anyway, I ordered a replacement computer that we don't even know if this screen works here. But we're going to give it a try. But it was 30 bucks. It was worth the risk. So I can save this computer. Because as you can see, it's all booted up. And the computer itself is working, which I already actually tested. So this is part 2 because my phone died, and so I'm having to make a separate video. I have shut down the power. I have removed these 2 screws with little plastic things that go there. As you can see, this one's a little bent. I had trouble with this screen because I have a third one of these over there that I replaced as well. So anyway, we're going to repeat the process of taking this screen out of the bracket, and I'll be right back with you. I just recalled that this side of the bracket here got bent on this lower area here. So, and I was having some troubles. See how it's not flush? This one is flush. This is from the other side. So what I'm going to do is take the bracket from this computer, this side bracket, and replace this one. So hopefully we can get that all figured out. So taking the bracket off of this computer did not work because it needs some sort of a teeny tiny Allen wrench or something, which I don't have handy. So I've taken some pliers and a little hammer and just tried to get this straightened out as best I can. It's not perfect, but let's see if it works. You can tell it's a little wonky right there. Okay, we're going back in. The bad screen is removed. I've even removed this thing. So we're going to try it with this one on the good screen, and we'll see what happens. Please recycle and put this in its correct repository. I am double checking which way this bracket goes on. This is the correct way with the, come on focus camera, with this little hump on the facing outwards towards the keyboard, as opposed to this, like this way. If I switched them onto the wrong side, it would be, the hump would be on the back. It wouldn't do right. So, okay, and I double checked that over here. You can see the little hump right there is on the outside. Okay? Okay, so I've got this bracket on right here with all these screws in. I don't know why my phone isn't focusing, but it's not. I'm going to the other side. Okay, I've got the brackets back on. I've got it straightened out as best I can. So now I'm going to start plugging this stuff back in. I had to make sure it was the right direction. I was putting the brackets on in the correct direction. Like these 2 things need to lift up and go to the top of the computer. Okay, and this was at the bottom. So I'm going to try and plug this back in while filming. Ha ha. Just give me a second here to line it up. It's kind of delicate and takes 2 hands. Need a little force. Force it in there. Sorry guys. doing the best I can here. Maybe if I try this. Let me shut off for a minute and then I'll let you know what I did. So I just had to lift up on this tape a little bit and get it lined up, and it slid right in. So just, and then I'm just going to press that back down. This piece of tape kind of, there, went over on itself. I'm just going to use these existing pieces of tape. Okay, now I'm going to get this plugged back in right here. I'll be right back. It slid right in. Just need 2 hands, guys. That's all I need. A tripod or something to hold my phone. Okay, now we are going for reassembly. So I will be back in a moment. So this thing lines up with these 2 screw holes right here. So I want to make sure that that happens. I think maybe that's why there's this piece of tape here. Let me figure that out. So I had to find the correct screws. It was these little black ones. Focus. They were a little taller than the one, little bigger than the ones that went on the side here. So I'm getting this part in right here. Oops, let me grab another one. Getting that snug into place. Those electronics. That little board, that little motherboard, whatever it is, screen board. I am not an expert at this. I just tinker with it. Want to make sure that that is snug in there. I'm wondering if at this point I ought to just try and turn it on and see if we have a screen. Let's do that. We have screen, and now it wants to update. So what else is new? But that's fine. So I'm going to continue the reassembly. I've got a couple of screws up here, maybe one here and here, down here and here perhaps, and then I've got to, you know, put the case back on. This guy, oops, upside down. Put this guy back on, and then I got to put these guys back on. So I think these guys go on